Hey guys, DJ here again. Today I wanted to go over how exactly I get all this stuff into my pack. I had a question or two on one of the past videos about how I actually pack everything in here, because especially with this bear canister, it can be a little bit tricky to get it to fit. So real quickly, I'm just going to show you most of the main stuff about how I get it in here. So the first thing, probably the most important part about this, is I have a trash compactor bag on the inside, which will hopefully keep everything dry. I know this material should be mostly waterproof, but with enough rain, nothing's waterproof. So this is just an extra layer of protection, and this is going to keep like my quilt and sleep clothes, electronics, things like that that really need to stay dry. Those will be in here. So at the very bottom, I like to start with my pillow because my quilt is very round, and so these bottom kind of wedge areas, if I put this in first, those would be kind of wasted space. So I'm going to put things like my pillow, maybe like some socks or little sleep clothes, hat, and gloves if I'm not wearing those. Those will go at the very, very bottom to kind of fill in that rounded spot around my quilt. So then the quilt goes in. And you got to be careful not to push the trash bag down along with it when you do this. Sometimes it gets stuck and it's just really annoying. But anyway, so the next big thing is making sure that the bear canister, well, it's kind of a personal preference. I don't want it sitting way up here so that it's like sticking up above my head and I'm hitting my head on it. So my goal is to get this sitting as low as possible. And the problem is everything that I put in the trash bag will push it up. So I need to use that space as well as I possibly can. So even things like this, these are my sleep clothes and then like electronics, the more you pile up, the bear canister is going to be sitting up even higher. So the trick that I'm going to be trying out is putting these up vertical and then put the bear canister here next to it. So electronics, I'll just kind of stuff in down next to the quilt again, trying to fill in as much space as I can, any gaps that are there. Fill in those gaps with anything that you can. And then put the clothes in. And again, this is standing vertically on the side over here. So I do have some other small things that aren't in here right now, but that's just kind of the general idea of how I'm going to pack it. So now to seal the trash bag, you're going to gather it all together and twist it up. I think people call it an elephant trunk sometimes. You're going to twist it all up and then shove it down the side so that it can't come undone and no water can get in there. You also want to try and get as much air out as possible because it just takes up unnecessary space. So when you're twisting it up, it'll look something like that. And then you just shove it down, wedge it in there so it doesn't come out. And again, I'm just pushing this stuff over to the side so I can get the bear canister in there. And again, the bear canister is probably the most awkward part of this because it's rigid, hard sides. It's not going to be able to smush down at all. So now you really need to take the time to fill it with anything else that you can. So sleeping pad will go in next. And my tent. My cook kit, if I had that, I'm not sure where I put that at the moment. That would go in here. Let's see, that's going somewhere else. For now, I have my down jacket just in this, essentially a big Ziploc bag. This needs to stay dry, but I don't want this down in the very bottom, so I have to unpack the whole pack to get to it. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with this. This is just one idea that I have for now. But Anyway, this can go in as well. Well, now there's air in it. So if you're going to use Ziplocs, make sure you try and keep as much air out as you can. And if I took my time a little bit more, I'm sure I could get this to fit a bit better. But as it is, it's only a couple inches above my shoulders, so that's not too bad. And as I go, I'm sure I'll dial this in a bit more to get that figured out. But that's how I pack the main core of this. So now if we want to go down to the outside pockets, over here I have my water filter, just in the bandana. That's pretty much it. I don't really want to put anything else in this pocket because as I'm taking this in and out, I don't want things to fall out. Up top, I'm going to be keeping my first aid kit, probably my little gear first aid kit with the tape and rope and stuff, just so that I know it's all right here if I need it. This huge pocket right here is going to be just for all the littler things that I might need throughout the day. So my toiletries kit, let's see, I don't even know. I have like a towel, my camp shoes will be in there. Just any other random things that I need to shove in there, they'll be right there. This side's where my water bottles are going to go, and then my tent stakes are here. Oh, and then rain jacket is something that I'm going to need access to kind of in a moment's notice, really. So I'm just going to be shoving this in this pocket up here, and that way I can get to it whenever I need it. And then lastly will be my sit pad slash sleeping pad. This I'm just going to be kind of shoving in these bungee cords here. And it's very easy to get in and out. It doesn't really restrict access to the pocket too much. So there you have it. That's pretty much how I'm going to pack my whole pack. Yeah, if you have any other questions, feel free to ask them. But otherwise, it looks like I will not be doing a shakedown hike. The weather has been absolutely crazy. Around here, we got almost 2 feet of snow last week, and the temperatures have been in the single digits. So I don't know. I'm just trying to get out and do anything that I can to get in shape to prepare now. But there might be one more video before I hit the trail, but this could be the last one. I'm not sure yet. It kind of just depends how things go for the next couple weeks. Anyway, thanks again for watching, and soon I will see you on the trail.